In a narration found in Jami at-Tirmidhi, number 2305, the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, indicated some important characteristics for Muslims to adopt. The first is that the best worshipper is the one who avoids the unlawful. This includes avoiding all forms of verbal and physical sins. It includes fulfilling the commands of Allah, the Exalted, as abandoning them is unlawful. It includes avoiding using the blessings one has been granted in sinful ways. In addition, a Muslim must never obtain and utilize unlawful provision, such as wealth, as this will cause all of their righteous deeds to be rejected, as the foundation of good deeds must be lawful. This has been indicated in a narration found in Sahih Muslim, number 2342. Just like the inward foundation of Islam is one's intention, similarly the outward foundation of Islam is obtaining and utilizing the lawful. A Muslim should avoid doubtful things, as this often leads to the unlawful. Avoiding what creates doubt will safeguard one's faith and honor. This has been advised in a narration found in Jami at-Tirmidhi, number 1205. When one behaves in this manner, all their righteous worship and good deeds will be accepted by Allah, the Exalted. The next thing mentioned in the main narration under discussion is that the richest person is the one who is satisfied with what Allah, the Exalted, has granted them. The one who is always in need of more worldly things is needy, which is another word for poor, even if they possess much wealth. But the one who is pleased with what they possess is not needy and is therefore rich, even if they possess little wealth or worldly things. In addition, the one who is pleased with what Allah, the Exalted, has granted them will be provided with grace, which will ensure their possessions fulfill their needs and the needs of their dependents, and it will grant them peace of mind and body. Whereas, those who are not pleased with what they have been granted will not obtain this grace. This will cause them to feel as if their possessions are not enough to fulfill their needs and the needs of their dependents. This will prevent them from obtaining peace of mind and body, even if they have the world at their feet. Satisfaction includes being pleased with what Allah, the Exalted, has chosen for a person, namely, destiny. A Muslim should firmly believe Allah, the Exalted, always chooses what is best for His servant, even if they do not observe the wisdoms behind His choice. Chapter 2 Al-Baqarah, verse 216.
But perhaps you hate a thing and it is good for you, and perhaps you love a thing and it is bad for you. And Allah knows while you know not.
If a Muslim concentrates on obeying Allah, the Exalted, in every situation, such as patience in times of difficulty and gratitude in times of ease, which involves using the blessings they have been granted in ways pleasing to Allah, the Exalted, they will be provided with peace of mind. The next thing mentioned in the main narration under discussion is that the sign of a true believer is being kind to their neighbor. The Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, once connected belief in Allah, the Exalted, and Judgment Day to treating a neighbor kindly. This is confirmed in a narration found in Sahih Muslim, number 174. This narration alone is enough to indicate the seriousness of failing to treat neighbors kindly. A narration found in Imam Bukhari's Adab al-Mufrad, number 119, warns that a woman who fulfilled her obligatory duties and offered much voluntary worship would go to hell because she mistreated her neighbors through her speech. If this is the case for the one who harms their neighbor through words, can one imagine the seriousness of physically harming one's neighbor? Kindness involves aiding them in what is good, according to one's means, such as financial, emotional, and physical help. They must keep their verbal and physical harm away from them. A believer must avoid doing anything which could cause disruption and discomfort to their neighbors, e.g. loud noise. They must be patient and pardon their neighbors, as long as they do not cross the line, as Islam teaches humility without weakness. Simply put, one must treat their neighbor in a way they desire their neighbors to treat them. The next thing mentioned in the main narration under discussion is that a true Muslim loves for others what they love for themselves. It is important to show this practically, not just declare it through words. A Muslim must strive to aid others according to their means, such as emotional and physical help, just like they desire others to help them. This will cause them to obtain the support of Allah, the Exalted. This is confirmed in a narration found in Sunan IB near Marjar, number 225. Just like a person desires to succeed in both worldly and religious matters, one must aid others practically in achieving this also. The same way a Muslim would like their self and possessions to be safe from the verbal and physical harm of others, which is the characteristic of a true believer, according to a narration found in Sunan an-Nasai, number 4998, a Muslim must treat others in the same way. Behaving in this manner eliminates many negative characteristics, such as envy, enmity, and spite, and encourages one to adopt positive characteristics, such as gentleness, compassion, and tolerance. The last thing mentioned in the main narration under discussion is that too much laughter kills the spiritual heart. This mentality demands one to always think and discuss funny issues and avoid serious issues. The matter of preparing for death and the hereafter are serious issues, and if one avoids thinking about and discussing them, then they will never correctly prepare for them. This will lead to a dead spiritual heart. A Muslim must be cheerful and optimistic in order to make others feel comfortable, but they should avoid adopting a constant joking attitude, as this attitude leads to vain and even sinful things.